Howdy YouTube, today we're taking a look at the Toy Vault exclusive. Check out that mug. We've got the Savage Gorilla King Kong Godzilla plush toy. I'm sure you've heard the expression, a face only a mother could love, and that is certainly what we've got here with this Savage Gorilla. It is basically a King Kong plush toy. This came out a long time ago, before they actually had the licensing to make a lot of the Godzilla and movie monster plush toys. They were kind of doing their own thing. This is kind of cool. It is definitely a more tank-looking gorilla. The face on that is probably the best King Kong face I've seen in a toy. The read-up on the tag says, the Savage Gorilla has appeared in over 200 movies. That's actually pretty impressive. More than Godzilla in the past 100 years, and is usually featured as a villain. True. Whether devouring children, disemboweling the innocent, or kidnapping women, he's always a good entertainer and a great crowd pleaser. How true that is. So this came out in 2004. It is quite large. Hopefully you can see I'm not using my regular set. I've had to custom make something to fit this guy in there because he is so big. He does look pretty cool. I love on his hand, he's got a chain that he's obviously broken free from. He has, I guess you'd call that really adorable hands, wouldn't you? You can get him to do the thumbs up. So that's a little neat. There's his other claw. He can use, I guess, to scratch himself. He is very tanked. Check out the six-pack on this ape, and then you move down and you get his feet as well. As I say again, there's my hand. Hopefully you can see he is quite substantial. Now, one of the other things he has is light-up eyes, which if you squeeze here... Aha! Well, Father Time has not been kind to this gorilla. I'm looking on the back. There's no indication of what to press or anything like that. But, yeah, his eyes are supposed to light up, which obviously these are not. Overall, still kind of cool. Definitely something very different. Since we are reviewing this guy, let's talk some monster movies. King Kong, probably the 2005 movie, has to be one of my favorite monster movies of all time. I think they did that really well. King Kong in that was fantastic. But more importantly, this new Skull Island movie that is coming out with Samuel L. Jackson looks fantastic. I love the fact that it is set during the Vietnam War. To me, that is seriously cool. The trailer looks fantastic. I'm really excited for it. I'm a little sick of these superhero movies that they constantly keep pumping out, and the stereotypical movies that we're getting as well. So something a little bit different. Monster movies always works well. Shin Godzilla, love that movie. That was fantastic. Yes, it had its flaws, but definitely some steps in the right direction. Loved how they adapted and evolved, quite literally, and changed Godzilla in that movie. So I'm hoping they do something a little bit different with King Kong in Skull Island. Again, the Vietnam theme, I'm really liking. The actors so far look very promising as well, so hopefully that ends up well. Some of the worst King Kong movies, well, if you look at Godzilla vs. King Kong, that movie was a horrible movie. The King Kong puppet that Toho used in that Godzilla movie is one of the ugliest, shittest looking gorilla puppets ever conceived, and designs as well. Looks terrible. That King Kong ended up appearing in the hit movie King Kong Escapes, which is the infamous King Kong versus the Mecha Kong, and again, that's a facepalm movie in itself. But hopefully we get something good. Hopefully I'll be very happy if King Kong in the new Skull Island looks something similar to this. This definitely does look like a really nice Savage Gorilla. Just for size comparison, you can see here we've got the classic Jurassic Park or Jurassic World T-Rex up against King Kong. The T-Rex is a little bit taller, a little bit longer, a little bit bigger, which I guess is kind of accurate to what you generally get in the King Kong or Crazy Ape movies. He normally fights some sort of dinosaur-based monster, which is cool. I like that prehistoric aspect to him, but there you go for comparison. And here comes the good stuff. The King Kong plush compared to some of the other iconic Godzilla monsters. You can see Mothra there is actually quite big, fairly accurate in terms of scaling, and Gigan, who is quite big as well. That's a particularly rare plush. So he scales quite nicely. And finally, the only plush I could find that is about the same height, maybe a little bit smaller, to the Savage Gorilla is Rodan, a really iconic monster as well. All these, by the way, that I've shown in this video are made by Toy Vault. I'm hoping they re-release some of the Godzilla plush toys that came out a few years ago. Destoroyah would definitely be one high on my list. Biollante as well. Space Godzilla. They did some great plush toys, and it's been a long time, so hopefully they re-release those again. That would certainly be something I'd be keen to pick up. Overall, I really like this plush toy. It's something different. I love the appearance of it. The way it's built is quite nice. He's also fairly cheap. I picked this guy up for 20 bucks. So you can find him. There's plenty of him for sale on eBay, Amazon, things like that. So make sure you check those out. If you're a fan of King Kong and you're a fan of monster movies, I think this is well worth picking up. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the Toy Vault Savage Gorilla King Kong plush toy.